Hark! It is that time of year. The Idaho Shakespeare Festival will light up the stage for the first time of the season tonight. It's one of my favorite things.
It is. It's a lot of people's favorite things, or one of them, to do over the summertime. Kick back, relax, enjoy some live theater in the great outdoors.
I think I will. We're taking you out and about for a behind-the-scenes look at everything that happens on stage and off stage at the Idaho Shakespeare Festival.
Anything can happen at any particular time. You could go to reach for a book. And all that will happen.
Wait a minute, we need to rewind here. Back to the beginning, way before curtain call, when hundreds of people pack into this outdoor amphitheater that is the Idaho Shakespeare Festival.
Just walk through the house and people just stop you and say, "It's so great to be here. It's a great night. Is it going to rain? Have you called Bree to find out what the weather is?" You know, and I mean, for me, it's the feeling of being in a community and a kind of big festival family.
As they say in the theater business, rain or shine, the show must go on. It must go on even if the Boise wildlife takes over the stage.
On a typical night, there's 700 people sitting in here. And, you know, a lot of picnics, right? And so if a skunk walks in, all you can do is stay absolutely still, and the actors just keep going on their work. No one has ever been sprayed by a skunk at the Shakespeare Festival.
If you haven't yet been one of the 60,000 to enjoy some Shakespeare under the stars, then you're in for a very original experience. With 2 to 3 shows running in rep at the same time in the same space, sets on stage have to be changed literally overnight.
They start the minute the last person is out of the audience. They're on deck, they're unscrewing, they're unbolting, they're breaking things apart and pulling one set off, moving the other set in.
And you can probably imagine the army of players busy at work behind the scenes.
This building here is the tiring house. This is where all the actors get into costume and come up onto the stage.
For every one person on stage, there are 5 to 6 people off stage making all of the magic happen.
4 dressers per production, sometimes a dedicated hair and makeup person who just does wigs and makeup.
From the audience's point of view, everything runs smoothly, but what you don't see going on behind the scenes might look like chaos.
Ideally, it's like a well-oiled machine, actually. I mean, it can be chaotic during the tech period, but we work very hard to smooth out all the kinks there. So when we get into the run, it really is a well-oiled machine.
The good news is you don't have to worry about what happens back here because you get to enjoy what happens out here.
You know, one of my favorite things about the Shakespeare Festival is there really isn't a bad seat in the house.
For me, I prefer the cheap seats in the back.
And smack dab in the middle isn't bad either.
Bring anything you'd like, in fact, in terms of picnic and, you know, something to drink and etc. So you create your own party out here.
So sit back, relax, pull up a lawn chair, blanket, or maybe just a plot of land and soak in some culture in the great outdoors.
And it really is kind of a party atmosphere. It's really fun. And that was our Out and About segment from last season. But there are new shows, of course, running this year, starting tonight with Death Trap.
Yep, and we also want to give a big thank you to Retroscope Media for kindly letting us use some of their amazing footage that you just saw of some of the productions from over the past few years. You can find information on those shows. I'm really looking forward to Steel Magnolias.
Is Julia Roberts coming to town? Is she in that one?
I don't think so, but I imagine that it'll still be a tearjerker and it'll be amazing, but I think that's one I'll definitely catch.
Yeah, and then you might also find some other things that you need to know before you go out and about to the Idaho Shakespeare Festival by visiting our website, idahoonyourside.com. Gives you a little bit more. Remember to bring the picnic. That's what kind of completes the atmosphere.
You can bring your own wine, I mean, or you can buy theirs if you don't want to pack a picnic there. But yeah, it's a really fun time, so you need to check it out. All right, we are back right after this with a final look at your commute, the forecast, and some of our favorite captions from the week. That's coming up.